Hey guys, welcome to another video. I thought of a lot of guys were asking me, Samir, just do a quick video on how to launch an EC2 instance because there have been a few people are working on, in Hyper-V and Oracle, I mean VirtualBox. So they just want to see how this EC2 instance works, and they want to practice some Linux commands without checking a lot of options. So I thought, okay, let me do this. So now, so just go to this aws.amazon.com, and here click on the sign into the console. In the last video, I've mentioned how to set up the AWS account. So just follow that. After that, come here and make sure that you choose which region you're closest to. So since we are all from India, so you can choose Asia Pacific Mumbai. If somebody is from US or some other place, then they have to choose their closest region. So region is nothing but where your AWS data center is available. So I'm choosing Asia Pacific Mumbai. Now next one is look for the EC2, search for EC2 here. So here if you see recently visited services, it means that previously I have visited these many services. That's why it's popping up here. If it is not coming up here for you, so always search here EC2. So you'll get the first option EC2, click on it. So next one is, there are multiple ways of creating EC2. So one is launch instance here, and then launch instance, you will get the same page. Okay, cancel and exit, and then click on instances here, and then click on launch instances again. Again, you will get the same page, and then cancel and exit. Click on the drop down, again click on launch instances, again you'll get the same page. So there are 3 and 4 ways you can click and launch the instance. This is first thing. When you launch the instance, you have to choose which operating system. Okay, so before you choose operating system, on the left side there is something called free tier only. Yeah, when you choose, so it means that you will be having 12 months free tier. Since you have set up an account only last week, you will be having 12 months free tier, and in these 12 months free tier, these many operating systems are eligible for 12 months. Okay, and if you don't use if you don't check free tier only, then you will be listing, say, Mac OS. It is not coming at a free tier. Here if you see, it just comes up with the free tier tag, and here there are other things which you won't get free tier. Okay, so it's always good to choose free tier only. Okay, then just go for this one, select. Again, I'm just telling you that I will be explaining you all these things in detail in the EC2 session, maybe next week or next week. So for now, just go with Buffalo. So next one is instance type. Okay, what should be the CPU type? So the first one is T2. I mean, so sorry, the second one is T2.micro, free tier eligible. Choose that. Next one, config instance details, and here don't choose anything else. Keep it as 1, because you're going to launch only 1 instance for your command testing purpose. Number of instances 1. Don't change anything else. I'll discuss on this when the session comes. Okay, next, don't change anything here as well. This is for storage. And then security, I mean, this is a tag. You just give some name to your Linux instances. I'm just making training Linux. You can give any commands or any names. Okay, now next one. So here, this is a security group in nutshell. This is just to protect your instance. Who can access from where, or who cannot access from where not. Okay, so I'm gonna create a new security group. So training Linux. Okay, this is for training security group testing purpose. You can give any name. Okay, but make sure that the SSH, it should be SSH TCP protocol, and the port range is 22. And here is anywhere and my IP and custom. There are 3 options. Okay, say for example, if you want to access the instance which we are going to create from anywhere means if you choose here, see, if you choose my IP, if you choose anywhere, automatically this field is getting changed. It means that anywhere means when you see 0.0.0.0/0, it means from all the IPs anywhere you can access this particular instance. That is what 0.0. This is IPv4 format, and this is ::/0 is IPv6 format. Okay, so anybody from anywhere can access this if they have the key, private key. Okay, For us, you can use this for a testing purpose, that's fine, okay, no problem, okay, just launch the instance, work for some time, practice the Linux commands, then you can close off, okay. But in a real-time scenario, this will not be the case when you're working in any companies or anything, okay. Now the next one is my IP. What do you mean by my IP? My IP means the currently where I've logged in from my laptop. So if you see, this is my IP, 49.207.196.115. So if I type my public IP in Google, okay, enter. So my public IP is, click on it. Okay, see, what is my public IP.com? So this is the IP I'm getting, 49.207. Which is nothing but the same thing here, 49.207.116.115. Okay, now I'm connected to my home network, which is, this is a network name, okay, Surf Excel Active. Say for example, I'm connecting to different network, maybe I'm coming to a different company or different, so I'm enabling my mobile hotspot for now. So let's see how it works. Okay, I've enabled my mobile hotspot. Now this is my mobile hotspot DevOps. Okay, now I'm changing my network, okay, from Surf Excel to DevOps. Okay, so I'm just clicking on connect, which is my mobile hotspot. So I've clicked on it. Let's see. Okay, now it's connected to DevOps. Now let's see, I'm going back. So now, and remember, this is the IP. Okay, this is IP which we have got. Okay, now I'm going to previous, and then again clicking on next. Now anywhere, click on my IP. Now see, the IP will change right now. Now the IP is changed to 223.186. Now the network is changed. It means that if you choose my IP after you restart your laptop or after you connected your laptop, after that the IP, your public IP will change, and now you cannot connect to the instance which you're creating. Okay, so just for testing purpose, just click on anywhere. So just put this IP, I mean when it becomes 0.0.0.0, it means that anybody or from anywhere you can access. Okay, it is also giving you the warning, so rules with source of allows IP address to access your instance. Okay, cool. This is just for testing purpose, no problem, you can work on it, and then we are not going to put any data or something, so that's okay, fine. So create a new security group. So security group means training Linux SG, and make it anywhere, and this is the thing. Okay, and just clicking on review and launch. Okay, and then here just verify everything and then click on launch, and here is the thing. Okay, so create a new key pair and make sure that this is like your password. I will explain you all these things in detail. So create a new key pair and then RSA. So just choose like training Linux key pair, and then click on download key pair. Okay, so when you hit on download key pair, the key pair will get downloaded. Okay, and then click on launch instances. Okay, so when you hit on launch instances, the instance will launch. It will take 2 to 4 minutes to come in active mode. If you hit on this, so it will be in a pending state. As soon as you launch the instance, it will be in pending state. Okay, and then you can click on status checks here. So again, these two things will be in pending state. Okay, this is one thing. Now if you remember, we have downloaded the key pair, right? Okay, so let me go to the location here, training Linux key pair here. Okay, so okay, this is .pem format. Always remember, the one which we have launched, it is a Linux instance, Amazon Linux instance. Okay, and now in my laptop, this is Windows where I'm working on. It is a Windows. Now how to connect from Windows to a Linux instance? So for that we need to convert this .pem into .ppk file format. Okay, so I'll just show you again. So how to convert this .pem into .ppk format, I'll show you. So we need a software called Putty. Okay, so we need two softwares. Okay guys, one is Putty and the other one is Puttygen. Okay, so this is the thing. See, your laptop is on Windows. Okay, and you have launched EC2 Linux instance. Okay, now how to connect from your laptop Windows to Linux instance, EC2 Linux instance? So you need Putty software. This is one software. Okay, now for this you have downloaded one key pair. In which format? It is in .pem format. Okay, but in order to connect from Windows to Linux, you need to convert .pem format to .ppk format. So I will explain you this .pem and .ppk in detail when we take an EC2 session, but this is just to have a quick start. Again and again I'm telling you this. So .pem format to .py. So how to convert it? So we need Puttygen. So we need, so total, so finally we need two tools, Putty and Puttygen. Okay, so when you download Puttygen automatically comes up. You don't need to download separately. Okay, I'll just show you. So I'm just going to Putty. This is where I download Putty, CHIARK, and then the first link. So here, if your laptop is running on 64-bit, you can choose the Intel 64-bit. You can choose this. If your laptop is running on ARM 64-bit, you can go with this. So how do you how to identify which is 64-bit, which is 32-bit? The quick thing is click on your Windows screen. Windows button. Just type system. You'll get system. I'm on Windows 11, so you can see the here. So there is something called system type here. So it is x64 PC. It means that yours is 64-bit. Okay, and x64 is nothing but Intel. Okay, and also you can see the processor as well, which is Intel. So which means that I have to choose the first MSI format. I have to download this. There are multiple ways. So for example, you can okay, click on the Windows screen and then click on your name here, and then click on change account settings, and click on okay, click on system here on the left, and then scroll down and click on about. Yeah, so here if you can see the 64-bit, see, system type is 64-bit operating system, 64-base processor, and this is the Intel. So I have to choose. There are various ways, and if you want to see one more way, CMD and system info, I believe. No, sysinfo, system info. Okay, yeah. So I think first time I typed it wrong. So it is system info. So you'll get the same thing. So system type is 64-bit basic, and you will see the processor details also. It's Intel family. Okay, and there is another way. If you go to PowerShell here, Windows PowerShell, and you can type WMIC OS get OS architecture. So it will give you 64-bit. So there are multiple ways. I just told you only the 4 ways. Yeah. So you determined, okay, yours is a 64-bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on download, and then it will get downloaded here. Okay. Now after it got downloaded, I'm clicking on open file. Okay. Click on next. You just hit install. Yes. So just copying everything, and then click on finish. Okay, now it is done. Now if you scroll, if you just hit your Windows screen, and then if you type Putty, you'll get two softwares. Okay, one is Putty here, and the other one is a Puttygen. Okay, so Putty and Puttygen. So first we need Puttygen. So if you search Putty, you'll get Puttygen also. Click on Puttygen. Okay, now you have to click on load. When you hit on load, if you remember, we downloaded the key pair, right? The PEM format. So click on this and click on all files. And if you see training Linux keypair.pem, which we downloaded today, 1:46 p.m., click on this and then click on open. And then it will say it has successfully imported. Now you hit OK. Again, you click on save private key and then click on yes. And then you can so I'm just gonna give the same name, training Linux keypair, but I'm gonna delete .pem here. Okay, so now I'm just hitting save. That's it. Now I'm gonna close Puttygen. Now if I go to downloads folder, okay, date modified, so I'll be getting, say, this is the one which we have downloaded, and using Puttygen I have converted that file, this file into ppk file. See, putty private key file, ppk file, ppk file. Okay, putty private key file. Okay, now next is I want, okay, let's go to our AWS instance here, whether it is started or not. Okay, now if you see this, refreshing the screen, okay, it's perfect. Now it is running. I can see the status checks also. 2 bar 2 checks passed. It means that this is 1 bar 2, this is 2 bar 2. So these two things are passed. Now I can access this machine. In order to access this machine, you just click on details, copy the public IP address. Okay, you can click on this small small logo. It's just a copy symbol. Click on it. It will copy. Now you have to open Putty. Putty. Putty I've opened. So copy it here, paste the IP address, and make sure this is a 22 port. Okay. After that, expand the SSH. Click on auth, and then private key file for authentication. So the one which we converted right now, you have to put that file here. So it is in my downloads folder, Trainix Linux key pair. Just hit open and then click on open. So the first time you're trying to connect, so it's giving a security alert. Just click on accept. So you have to type the default username EC2-user. So now it will be connected. That's it. We are done. So it is connected. So you can run the updates for your repository first. So it will take 15 to 20 seconds maximum. And that's it. Now you can work on your Linux machines. So once you're done with your, you can practice your Linux commands. After this is done, what you can do is, if you really want to stop the instance, right click and then stop instance. Okay, or if you want to terminate the instance, right click and then you can click on terminate instance. So I'm just clicking on terminate instance, so the instance will be terminated. That's it. So this is a really quick video on how to launch an instance and how to practice your Linux commands. Later videos I'll be explaining you each and every options on these EC2, what is private key, what is public key, what is PAM, what is PPK, why we have to convert, all those things we'll explain. Okay, thank you so much, guys.